Certainly. Where are you going to sit?
I've lost about 7 minutes.
Have you? Your worships, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the town of Barking, I extend to you a very hearty welcome this afternoon to our beautiful park, made more beautiful by the addition of this swimming pool. You may be surprised to see that we have a fine afternoon, but that is nothing new so far as Barking is concerned. Barking never has had bad weather. Barking only gets variations of good. The Parks and Public Buildings Committee, who in turn will ask Councillor Mrs Jackson to declare the pool open.
Mr Chairman, your worships, ladies and gentlemen, my mission today as Chairman of the Parks and Public Buildings Committee is to ask Mrs Councillor Jackson to declare the swimming bath open. In doing so, I would just like to say that the occasion on which we are met is one which has been anticipated with the greatest pleasure for some time past. As an instance of the centre of attraction which the pool is going to be, I might mention that already it has been booked for the international water polo match between England and Wales on July the 4th. Well now, this we may be sure will be only the first of many great events which will be held here. Councillor Mrs Jackson, I have the greatest pleasure in asking you to declare the swimming pool open.
Mr Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I am glad indeed to be associated with the purpose of today's function. The idea of building these baths was a happy inspiration, and it has been carried out most worthily. These baths will be available for all time to give help and pleasure to the people of Barking. I congratulate all who have been concerned in this splendid achievement. The Barking Council, the Ministry of Labour, who sanctioned the scheme, the surveyor and his staff, and the men who worked on the job and put their hearts into it. Finally, I congratulate most cordially all people who are going to use this bath. Pleasure in declaring it open for the health and benefit of the townspeople of Barking.
Presented to Councillor Mrs Jackson by the Chairman of the Parks and Public Buildings Committee, Councillor A.E. Martin, JPCC, on the occasion of the official opening of the open-air swimming pool in the Park Barking, the 2nd of May, 1931. Mrs Jackson, it's a very great pleasure.
Miss Margaret Johnson, a pupil at the Faircross Open Air School, is going to make a presentation to Mrs Jackson.
Come here,